it was pretty dead on arrival, no pun intended. The Walking Dead. They had to do something.
Yeah, I think this really revived it. I think they were smart. I wasn't as down on it as you were, Joel, but I was like, my attention was kind of waning.
Yeah.
But it sure snapped back. First of all, it was just a really well done episode.
It was.
And,
it was
and
really
he was
well done.
so heroic. This was Rick at his most heroic, and you saw all the he's dying and he's fading, so he keeps having visions.
Yeah.
I don't know what I was trying to say. Visages, I guess, faces, visions from the past. So you saw a bunch of characters from various seasons, and he kind of made amends with some of the people he had ended very poorly with.
Sean and Herschel, and very good episode.
Anyway, I thought it was really well done, and I gotta say I was relieved that they didn't kill him off.
Me too. I kind of looked on the internet. I had to know what they're speculating was be the big plan, and indeed that was the big plan, just because there are 3 Walking Dead movies on the horizon, and he's going to be involved in all 3 of them. So
yeah, and they're going to be standalones.
Yeah,
but they still couldn't kill him off. Also interesting is because they didn't make any mention of it, within the context of that episode. But that was Maggie's last episode too.
They didn't even mention it though. It was kind of it went out with more like a whimper than a bang. So I really enjoyed her character. So that's also
they've said that she is open to coming back, but it'll be a while because she's got a bunch of other things to do. She's been in some movies, and I think she's in another series.
Yeah,
so it'll be a while. But they didn't kill her off. She won't be back this coming week with the time jump.
Yeah, and so it'll be interesting moving forward. It piqued my interest again.
Do you watch that, Heidi? Is Heidi with us?
I have been literally humming and singing because I have yet to watch those episodes you're discussing.
Oh, you okay?
Of The Walking Dead? Oh,
yes. I've been busy putting out those books. I'm like, I got to watch this. People are going to talk about it. I just know it.
Yeah.
It's all good.
It's really good.
So you didn't see last Sunday's episode as well.
I didn't. I've got them both saved. In fact, I plan to watch them both tonight. So
do that.
Good.
Give it a watch. Tell us what you think.
Yes. Yeah. So don't mind me. I was just like, I'll let the boys talk. La 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 la.
I can't hear you. I can't hear you. I can't hear you.
Yeah.
I didn't want to be rude.
All right. Well, that makes sense. All right. The next tweet that we have, I love this one. It's a GIF, and it shows a Halloween pumpkin. We don't see a jack-o'-lantern, but there's a hole in the top. And escaping from this pumpkin, this semi-jack-o'-lantern, are an endless succession of little ghosts. And I'm telling you, that's how you know Halloween is over.
Eric hates giving up Halloween.
You
hate it every year, and I'm right there with you, by the way. It's hard letting it go. I mean, the buildup is so long.
Yeah.
And then it's just boom, gone. Yeah, and it's just boom, gone. So, yeah, I have a hard time giving up, too.
Well,
yes.
hold it. And I love Christmas. I love it.
Oh, I do, too.
Yeah.
I do, too.
Yeah, this is my favorite time of year. I mean, the Halloween and now this and, that kind of stuff. Deer hunting. I went deer hunting this year next to a... I can only describe it as a cult compound.
Oh, wow.
It was really odd. It was very odd. A good friend of mine is a disabled veteran, and he wanted to go deer hunting. So I took him deer hunting, and that was kind of one of his things because he broke his back when I think he was in the Navy, and so he's not very able to move. So that's one of his dreams. He's in the 60s. He's in the early 60s. So. Give the guy a hand. So we went to this plot of land that my family happens to own. I did not know that a bunch of strange individuals moved in right next door. It was very interesting. It was odd. Let me tell you.
Are they preppers?
No. I'll tell you off air what they were. No, I don't think they were, but I don't want to offend anybody.
Was it a brothel?
No, it wasn't a brothel.
It wasn't
a brothel. I guess they would be like preppers. I think you're right. That's more what it was.
It sounds
preppers. And there was like 50 or 75 of them in the woods just blasting their guns. It sounded like World War III.
Oh man, that sounds dangerous.
It was. I was getting a little nervous. I'm thinking, well, we could always I don't know. I'll go buy you some beef or something.
I mean, that's a lot of guns going
It
on.
was disconcerting. It was very made me a little nervous, not gonna lie, thinking, oh boy, yeah, well,
Well, we're glad you survived.
yeah. It was a very interesting time. But anyhow, moving along here.
Yeah, I love this next one. So we got two tardy zombies. All right, so zombie sluts, not in a bad way.
Zombie sluts.
Not in a bad way.
Slutty zombies, zombie tarts.
Zombie tarts? What?
Yeah, a tart.
I don't know.
A woman of ill repute.
Oh, a whore.
No, not necessarily a whore.
Horror of horror?
No, yes. A tart isn't necessarily, about the money.
Boy, did I must have opened up a can of worms
about
here.
the money, but she's not necessarily about the money.
She's in a charity. You're saying she's
Charity. Okay.
Ah, gotcha. Kind of like a Make-A-Wish Foundation, only for,
Make a wish.
It's a classier way of saying slut.
Well, there it is.
SLUT. She may be a slut, but she looks good to me.
Oh my.
That's one of my favorite Todd Rundgren songs. SLUT. She may be a slut, but she looks good to me. Classic. All right,
that is classic.
We got these two zoms, and so what's hilarious is one's taking off her top. The other, bikinis, I guess. The other is taking off her bottom and to reveal nothing but bones underneath. So, of course, the caption is kind of cute, but not really all there.
Oh, gosh. Oh, gosh. All right.
All right, so there. So moving along, it's kind of all about the image. All right, I love this next one. So we got a ghost. Classic ghost, the sheet kind. And the ghost is pressing his or her own sheet with an iron. And and has clearly, evidently, either set the iron too high or left it sitting too long because there's a hole burned in the poor guy or gal's sheet.
Gotcha. Ruined
So
the sheet.
What this is a pressing error. Get it? It's a double entendre.
Oh, my head hurts.
It's a double entendre. All right, moving along. Same face. Note the same face.
Yeah,
Right? But these are leaves. Someone has taken leaves, or I don't know if they're real leaves or pretend leaves, but they're in the shape of leaves, fallen leaves, fall leaves, autumn leaves, and someone has carved ghost eyes and that round, shocked ghost mouth into the leaves. And so my thinking was, all right, so let's pretend this is real. Imagine the horror of plunging into the unknown from the only branch you've ever known.
Yeah.
You've ever known.
Someone's been hanging on a Pinterest.
That is Pinterest.
That's an arts and crafts thing if I ever saw one.
I know. I love that, though. So what I liked was pretending it was real. So that's the face a leaf would make.
It would be. In terror.
What? Falling! And then they land with their face frozen in fear and horror.
Wow. Man. The life of a leaf is a tough one.
It is. All right. Speaking of beautiful fall, autumnal views, there's a story, an article from Smithsonian, which we love, of course, and reference often, and Smithsonian Magazine, and it's a story on how extraordinarily beautiful Japan can be in the fall. And I just included two of the images, but look at those. One's Mount Fuji in the distance under a really beautiful red, I don't know what kind of tree it is, but red leaves. Heidi, do you know? I don't know what that
No.
is.
No, but this looks painted. It just doesn't look real.
Exactly. And then the other one is an image of a multicolored forest above a what color? What blue-green color is that water? It's amazing to me. It just looks unreal. Like you said, it looks painted.
Yeah.
And that's the other image.
Do you notice the chemtrails going through?
Yeah.
Double chemtrails.
Yeah,
right over.
On the Fuji one?
Yeah.
Oh, there they are. Look at that. You're
That
right.
just ruins it.
Mind control at its best.
Yeah.
We'll ignore it. So anyway, the tweet includes 2 images, but if you click through, many, many more images of Japan in the fall, and almost every one of them is just staggeringly beautiful. It really is.
Yeah. Wow.
And their whole premise, their thesis is that the fall is actually the best time to visit Japan as opposed to the spring with the cherry blossom season, right? So I would have to agree with them. It's really beautiful.
That is a very, very beautiful picture, and Japan is a very beautiful place.
It is, and I have been there, and I have enjoyed it mightily. Been there twice.
Oh, I gotta go. I may be going there sooner than I realize.
You must have been a giant amongst people over there, Eric.
I had so much fun being super tall, I gotta tell you.
I bet.
It was so fun. I went with the first time I went, we were there an entire month, so that was really an experience. I went with a school group. It was the summer after my senior year of college. I still needed a couple more credits due to the fire in my dorm, and so I had to drop out for that term, obviously, because everything got burned.
That's right, the Great Wittenberg Fire.
Yeah, it was terrible. I don't
remember that.
So I needed a few more credits, and I said, "Ooh, I'm going to go on this trip and get those credits." It was an amazing experience. It really was. I enjoyed it. It was one of the most memorable of my life. An entire month. We spent a lot of the time living Japanese style. And remember, this is a while ago, so there was more of traditional Japan in 1979 than there is now. And but anyway, it was an amazing experience. Really, really enjoyed it, and went to kind of really all over the country. But yeah, 2 of the guys in our group were really tall. One guy was like 6'5", one guy was about I think 6'4", and then you drop down to me at I guess 6'1", and so we walked out. We're walking around together, right? And even in very cosmopolitan Tokyo, we towered over everyone. It was so fun. We loved it. We felt like giants.
You could see everything.
Yeah. And here was the one time when we were just culture clash. We ran into one of the professional major league baseball teams. I assume it was the Tokyo team. I think there's more than one Tokyo team. So we just ran into them. They were all tall. They were all big Japanese guys. It was so weird because now all of a sudden, we're not the tallest anymore. It's like, who are all these tall people? It was so bizarre. They were in uniform. It was really weird to see, because they were mostly big.
Yeah.
And so anyway, that was my experience there. So, but I recommend it. Really love it. And in the ensuing years, I could tell the difference. Get this. This is so interesting. The next time I went, so that was 1979. We went again. It was only 9 years later. We went in 1988 on the way to and on the way back. We stopped both times from the Seoul Olympics. So that was in 88, like I said. In those 9 years, you could tell that the population, just the average, had grown. In those 9 years, people were notably taller. There was no question.
Very odd and
I have
cool at
no
the same
doubt
time.
that if I went now, all these years later now, they would have grown notably.
Sure.
No question.
Absolutely. We got to get out of here. We come back, though, guys. It's already that time. We come back. Reverend Tim shall be joining us. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back right after this.